I would say mine's better than all three of them, but I take pride in mine. So.
All right, Justin Moore, General Manager, George Moore Chevrolet, with another installment of George Moore's Jack's Picks. This week, one I'm very excited about is Best Brisket. And our judges, we have GM World Class Tech, Mike, Sergeant Sergeant Roa, and Officer Higby from JSO. Guys, why were you selected as a brisket judge? Mike, you want to go first?
Kind of an amateur, but possibly one day professional smoker. Like to smoke in my spare time. Like to smoke everything. Brisket's definitely one of my favorite things to do.
I was picked to be here because I'm being assigned to this new area. So we're out here reaching out to the community and the public. That's why they picked me.
I was picked. I do smoking on my days off. That's my main hobby I do. So one day, hopefully, being able to bring my smoking out to the world as well.
So in no specific order, the three voted on Bearded Pig, which has two locations, one at the beach and one in San Marco. Woodpeckers down in Orangedale near the Shands Bridge, and Atlantic Beach Barbecue from Atlantic Beach. So guys, here's the first one. Take a bite, be very vocal, tell us what you like, what you don't like, and take some notes.
For me, the first bite, like this one, has no taste, like no salt or nothing. It's like no taste.
It's definitely not very spice oriented on this barbecue, this piece of brisket. It's very moist. It's not a dry cut. At least my piece was very moist. It has good smoke ring on one side, and it looks like they kept a decent amount of fat on top to be able to keep it moist. But like you said, it's not the most spiced type of brisket I've ever had, but it's still not bad.
I thought the tenderness was good, definitely moist. Had some good smoke on it, but it does tend to be a little bit on the flavorless side. Could have used more flavor.
It is tender though, it is tender. And when you put the hot sauce, it makes a difference.
Mm-hmm.
The barbecue sauce made it taste better.
It's a good barbecue sauce. It has some heat. I can see it looks like it's got some like chili flake or some kind of red pepper flake inside of it. I definitely like that, and I know people like brisket differently. It's just not a. It's more almost like they want you to taste the meat. So I give it to them for that. It's definitely a more hey, this is our brisket. It's a good piece of meat. Not overpowering on spices. I would like to see a little more spice though.
All right, on to the second cut.
On this one, as soon as the bite in, you can smell the spices. You smell some spice. So I'm thinking it's gonna have a lot of good flavor.
It's definitely a unique rub. It almost has a jerky-esque taste to it, like a beef jerky or something, whatever flavor. But it's definitely right when you take a bite into it, it's got immediate spice flavor.
This one, it's like butter. It comes like loose in your mouth, and it's thicker, but it's softer. And you can taste. It has better taste. This one has better taste than the first one, but the first barbecue sauce is better than this one.
The sauce is totally different.
Yes, this is kind of like sweet, right?
Yeah, this almost has more like a vinegar-based sauce to it. It's definitely different, but I agree with Sergeant Roa that the first sauce was better in my opinion. Had a better, thicker for my taste palate, but.
You don't have to chew on it, just comes apart in your mouth. So I like this one.
And on to the third and final brisket.
First start. Good smell, really good smell. Tell her what's different.
I got a good idea.
This one has a more like from being Spanish, it feels like more Mexican type of chicharrón or type of things that we do. So this one has totally different taste, all three of them. That's what we're looking for. They taste like carnitas in Spanish. If you go to like a taco stand or whatever, order carnitas, this is what you're gonna get. Which is good, it's still good.
Yeah, I don't mind it. It's a little on the drier side. I don't know. Like I said, this is more broken up. It's not traditional slices of brisket. It's different. I'd almost somewhat not classify it as brisket. It tastes different. It's still good. I like it. The sauce is good. It's real sweet sauce. It's heavy. This would definitely be something that would like fill you up real quick.
I think the sauce for this one is probably the best out of the three. It's a little more Kansas City style, a little thicker.
It looks the most traditional tomato base.
It's a nice flavor to it.
Definitely brown sugar in it.
The vinegar's not coming through like the others
Yeah,
do.
better barbecue sauce.
Which one was your favorite brisket?
It's gonna be the first one.
Okay. But both you like the second one the best? Okay. Now to get to everybody's favorite. Mike, which one was your favorite?
For me, it was the second one. Out of the three, it had the best flavor. It was the most tender. The best sauce, I thought, was the third sauce. But as far as the brisket itself, I think number two for me.
Sergeant Rella?
I'm number one. I'm number two was my favorite because like I told you guys, when it went in my mouth, it just felt apart, just melted in my mouth. You didn't have to chew that hard. The sauce, barbecue sauce, was pretty good. The third one, barbecue sauce, was better. It felt more natural. But the winner for me is number two.
Officer Higby.
I actually am going to disagree with them, but just based on the overall, I felt like number one was the best. The spice was a little mild for mine, but it was the most moist and had, to me, the best sauce with the extra. It was definitely, you could tell it looks more handmade sauce. And I think number one was my favorite.
I've eaten there before. Sampled most of the meats they serve.
I have. They're all great. They're all real good. They're all great.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I would eat any of these at any time. I've been to Bearded Pig. I haven't been to the other two restaurants, but I've been to Bearded Pig before and never had bad food there.
So the first one was Atlantic Beach Barbecue, the second was Bearded Pig, and the third was Woodpeckers. So the winner was Bearded Pig, right? All right, thank you all.
Thank you.
Easy enough, right?